Kenya added roughly 1 billion shillings of public debt every day for a decade. That's the cold reality behind a simple question. Who raised Kenyan debt the most? I'll keep this tight and data first. Start line, early 2000s. Under President Mwai Kibaki, total public debt was about 600-700 billion in 2002 and rose to roughly 1.7-1.9 trillion by 2013. That's an increase of about 1 to 1.2 trillion over 10 to 11 years, big in percentage terms, but paired with strong growth and infrastructure revival. Then came President Uhuru Kenyatta, 2013 to 2022. Debt climbed from about 1.8 trillion to roughly 8.6 to 9 trillion by the time he left office. That's an absolute jump of around 6 to 7 trillion, the largest increase Kenya has ever recorded within a single administration. Drivers? Massive infrastructure like SGR, roads, energy, devolution costs, a global commodity slump, COVID-19, rising interest costs. Since late 2022, under President William Ruto, debt has kept rising, crossing the 10-11 trillion zone by 2024, depending on the source and the shilling's exchange rate. In under 2 years, that's an additional 1.52 plus trillion on paper accelerated by a weaker shilling, higher global rates refinancing of existing obligations. So, who raised it the most? In absolute shillings. Uhuru Kenyatta, by a wide margin. In speed per year, later Uhuru into early Ruto years looks fastest, largely because of currency depreciation and higher interest costs. In percentage terms from a low base, Kibaki's era multiplied the stock, but also lowered debt stress relative to GDP for much of his tenure. Context matters. Kenya scrapped the nominal debt ceiling in 2022 and moved to a 55% of GDP anchor, while debt to GDP has hovered well above that. External versus domestic mix, concessional versus commercial loans, exchange rate. Bottom line, the single biggest jump happened in the 2013-2022 period. Today's pressure is about servicing that pile in a tougher global market. If you care about who raised it, also track what it bought, how it's financed, and what it costs to roll over. Sources to watch. National Treasury CBK Budget Office reports IMFWB data. Data updates often, so check the latest numbers before you debate.